Boxing is just a form of entertainment at the end of the day. Does David Price entertain you? It's like the man in the movie Gladiator said, are you not entertained when you watch David Price fight? I'm entertained. Similar to Amir Khan, his fights provide me with entertainment because, well, when he's in a competitive fight, they provide me with entertainment because you never quite know what's going to happen. That's why I'm entertained by David Price in his fights. And some people don't like watching the likes of David Price. Some people don't care about the news that he's coming back and he's going to be fighting on the Callum Smith, Eric Skoglund Undercard on September 16th for the Echo Arena in Liverpool. They don't care about that because they only want to watch fighters who they think are going somewhere at world level. But boxing exists and survives at all levels. And a fighter don't necessarily have to be a world beater in order for me to be entertained by them. More often than not, it is the world beaters who I'm more entertained by, but occasionally you get guys like Price who I like watching, even though he's not a world beater. He is, whatever he is, whatever level you want to class him as. I enjoyed his fight against Christian Hammer or Hamer, however you pronounce it, on the Eubank Renault Quinlan undercard. I enjoyed it. Typical David Price fight. When he's in a competitive fight, that's typically how they turn out. And it's not like I want David Price to lose. No, but I want a fight with frills and spills. I want a fight where I'm not sure who's going to win. And that's what David Price provides me in his fights. So it is what it is. According to some news sources, he'll be fighting Rafael Zambano Love. Zambano Love is a Brazilian journeyman. He's 6'5". He got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. He lost to Shannon Briggs. He's fought a bunch of heavyweights out there, contenders and prospects and whatnot. Well, Joshua's now a champion. So we'll see what he can do against Price. We'll see how much ambition he brings. Earlier on in Zambano Love's career, he was actually quite ambitious. And in fact, if it was, there's another guy, I think he's also Brazilian. Nascimento. Is Nascimento Brazilian as well? He's also a big guy. I think he's Brazilian. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nascimento seems to fight with more ambition than Zambano Love, though. If it was Nascimento against Price, you'd still favor Price to win, but you'd be a little bit more concerned for Price that it could go belly up, the situation. So that to me would be a bit more interesting. Zambano Love doesn't seem to have that much ambition. He just comes to survive more often than not, or lay down like he did against Joshua. So I don't know. We'll see. But me personally, it's a difficult one because I'm entertained by David Price. I like watching him fight, but at the same time, I don't want to see the man get seriously hurt. You know, his trainer Dave Caldwell was speaking to Sky and he was talking about it. And he said that he advised David Price, or maybe he just had this in his mind, that the right decision for David Price would be to retire after the way the Christian Hamer fight turned out. I mean, I don't know, man. He's got to make a living at the end of the day. I don't know what his finances are like. I wish David Price all the best, but I will be watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. Will you be watching David Price's comeback? Maybe you'd like to see him fight some of the up-and-coming domestic fighters in the UK, the likes of Nick Webb, Nathan Gorman. And by the way, Nick Webb and Nathan Gorman are going to fight each other later on this year. That's going to be a great fight. Two unbeaten fighters, very talented. Nathan Gorman, the quicker guy, seems like the better boxer. Nick Webb, the bigger guy, seems like the bigger puncher. That's going to be a good fight. But David Price could be up against the likes of these guys, potentially. You know, the likes of the Ian Lewisons and Dave Allen and, as I say, Webb, Gorman, people like that. So, yeah. And you never know, he might get in there with Daniel Dubois. That's a very dangerous fight for David Price, obviously, but he might want to gamble. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.